Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to that anime on Monday with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 15. We are really in the thick of things now, experiencing several of the deadliest sins, are we not, Eric?
Things are getting sinful. That one didn't land. Things are heating up.
It didn't land, it barely took off.
We are telegraphing some conspiracies, and it's pretty early, so I can't imagine what the real plot is, because this seems like it would be like first season arc or something. So yeah, that's exciting.
Well, it's just a one long season, one long series. It's not broken down into seasons, but realistically it kind of is. I mean, there are definite arcs throughout, and we're in the, we're definitely in the first arc right now, maybe even pushing into the second one.
Cool.
Or about to, at least. Because, yeah, we do know a lot more information now. We know about the homunculi. We know that the Fuhrer, the leader of the country, essentially is completely involved in the conspiracy. Is homunculus himself was created by Father, we met kind of last time. We didn't completely see his face, but we saw his blonde hair. He melted down his black sheep son, Greed, who Wrath went and got back, kind of pinned him down with swords like he was a bug on a science project. Brought him back, got melted down, and Father kind of just drank him. So, which we talked about it at the end of the last one. They're made out of basically the sorcerers or the philosopher's stones here,
Which I shouldn't know yet.
I guess. I mean, I kind of led you to it last, in the last recapping it, but I thought it looks clear. It looks like the same stuff we've seen, so won't say any more about it right now. How we don't exactly know how it's came about in the first place or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But this Father guy apparently has the ability to do it, and if the Father has basically placed one of his creations into the biggest job in the country, clearly he's leading the country in some degree, at least leading how things go. So
Yep.
Our boy Make It Be Fireman, he's still trying to piece together this thing. Of course, he went to Central now, and the Fuhrer wasn't there because he was dealing with this greed issue where the other brothers were and Risen Bull. But do we think he'll be featured more in this episode? Is he going to start figuring some things out here?
I mean, if we stay on that main plot, he has got to get involved at some point, right? And I feel like Bradley transferred him to Central to keep him close because he knows that he's investigating and is clearly aware that there's some, devious world-ending conspiracy at play here, right?
That would make sense. And, Mustang has said repeatedly that he wants to be the Fuhrer. He's going for the top job. He does not obviously yet realize that it's going to be maybe harder than he thought. If Bradley looks like a 60-year-old man, he thought he might be out of the picture sooner than later. Maybe not the case if he's this pretty hard to kill here. I guess he doesn't have the ultimate shield that Greed has had. We're learning the homunculi each have their own kind of things, but he has the seeing eye. So yeah, maybe he wants Mustang closer to that eye. And obviously, he's also extremely swift.
Yeah. We're extremely in old man still got it territory with the old King Bradley.
Old man strength, that's a real thing. I look forward to having it myself someday. Yeah. So the Elric brothers, they didn't hear about Hughes yet. Maybe this time they will, because presumably they said they're going home at the end of last time. Al learned more remembered more, basically got more trauma. To unlock for older trauma. And that's even before what I just mentioned. They still don't know about Hughes, so they got a tough life, these kids. Who knows, their father might be a complete villain mastermind. You think that's definitely a possibility?
That is absolutely what I think right now.
So yeah, I mean, the only thing that remains to be seen is who is this envoy from the east, the titular envoy of this episode?
Scar.
Who would this be? Now, how would he be from the east?
Why would he be an envoy? He's a wanted man.
Also, yeah. Why does either part of that make sense then? Well, we see Scar, that's possible.
I'm always trying to see Scar.
We didn't see him last time. 2 episodes ago, I believe we saw him. He killed a couple of guys that came to collect a bounty on him. he didn't kill the guy who put the bounty hunters on his trail, but he said, "You gotta help me now," and he left the tent where he's getting patched up, I guess, because he said to the other Ishvalans that are taking care of him, you know, only bad things from here. And there was one priest guy that tried to get him to stop his plight for revenge, or his lust for revenge.
If I know one thing about a vengeance plot, it's that people are willing to stop.
They're just willing to be like, yeah, you know what, I've had my fill. I'm not gonna go down in flames on this one. But Scar was the rare exception where he was like, no, I'm going to keep going.
Commendable.
I'm going to see where this plays out. So, you know, the show is saying, hold up, we're going to let Scar cook here, and I'm for it. Anything else you want to mention before we get into this and see who... Obviously, you don't have a good guess of who the Envoy is. It's probably a character with him.
If you're telling me that, I assume it is. So, let's just get into it, buddy.
Well, let's do it.
Starting off hot.
And
there
Scar
he
is there immediately. You called it.
Am I good or am I good?
The Silver Alchemist to battle, do you?
And this guy.
However,
I guess he's back to his list of state alchemists that he wants to knock off.
What a move.
This guy looks more like a character from Cowboy Bebop or something.
I was just thinking that. He looks like Pierre LeFou.
I wonder if it might be a
Could be an homage.
homage. Yeah. Oh, the peg leg.
Got him.
So he's gonna drown this? Oh, no. Alright.
No, he's going to be unmade.
Alright, quite a cold open.
What's going on? Who is this?
oh, sir, you've returned. Welcome back.
There's the guy I was just talking about.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Mei Chang, sir.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to switch to Japanese if they keep having kids.
Your master?
Well, it
Mr.
looks like we're
Yogi
meeting an
Envoy.
Envoy right off the bat here.
Master. You to stay. Be on your way at once.
Allow me to close your wound.
Another young alchemist.
With whatever those ninja knives are called.
It's healed.
It's a skill called alchemy from the land of Xing.
Alchahestry.
This girl crossed the desert from the east by herself to come here.
No, I wasn't alone. I had her with me too.
Her? You mean this little creature here?
Your arm. That's alchemy, right? Of knowing the power that flows through the ground and how to use it? That tattoo matches the flow of alchemy.
My brother was a student of alchemy and alchemy. The tattoo that I bear is a result of that research.
I'm not really sure what you two are talking about. But your wound is healed now, sir. Delay.
Oh, that sounds great. I'll go get my things.
What do you think you're doing? We're not exactly going to Central for a picnic, you know. You mean all that immortality stuff you were blabbering about earlier? There's no such thing.
And I came here to find it.
Oh, shut up! Kids don't know anything!
I already know that immortality can't be accomplished by alchemy. That's why I have to find him. The incredible man I've heard so
Why
much
do you know
about.
that?
He wears a dashing red coat as he strides
Got
forth
another
to save
fan.
me.
Well, fangirl this time on our hands. We are in the Fear of Sun last time. Edward's clearly making a name for
What do we do
himself.
about her?
He's huge in Japan.
Suit yourself, girl.
Back in Central.
Black Hayate?
This guy again.
Bill the Butcher, no, what's his name? Barry the Chopper.
Bury the chopper!
He did not pick a good mark.
You have to pull a gun for
I hope you're better at this when you're a human, this serial
All
killer.
right, that's it, lady. How come you're not paralyzed with fear?
You actually remind me of someone else I know.
Let me guess. Alphonse something or other. Oh, so the guy's a friend of yours, is he? You are one strong woman.
Alright. Barry the Chopper is celebrating Women's History Month.
Philosopher's Stone. Can't believe the fifth laboratory was being used to make something like that. Plus, there were those other two, lust and envy.
Are they the ones who made you into what you are now?
No, it was the researchers who did that.
We can track down these so-called researchers.
Oh, there he is.
If we find them, maybe they can tell us who ordered the experiment.
Make it be fire Mondays on. Will he
They
make
were
it
all
be fire
used
this
to create
episode?
philosopher's stones.
Yes.
There's not a single one of them left alive.
Just as ingredients. How efficiently planned. I have one more question for you. A little over a month ago, a military officer was killed in a telephone booth in Central.
Phone booth doesn't sound familiar. Was he all chopped up?
He died of envy, unfortunately.
Never.
All right, we're back where Winry
Hello
is.
there, Winry.
What are you doing showing up like this?
You should have known.
I'm an honest job now, and you two still can't stay out of trouble?
Really? She is?
Yeah, I gave her a pep talk and everything.
Now she earns her money by fixing roofs and doing other odd jobs. And what about the two of you, huh? Made any progress yet?
It's slow going, though.
We're still moving ahead, little by little.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Missing some parts, so you'll have to make do with a patch job.
Kill some time, huh? How do we do that in a town made up entirely of auto mail shops? Well,
Some meditation.
Brother?
Cat.
Well, no.
You guys are lifesavers. Thanks a lot. Your treat, right? Let's not quibble over something so small. So far from home.
You mean you're not from here?
That's right. I came from Sheen.
Oh, a dueling envoy from the east?
the country to the east of the desert?
Why in the world would you take that route?
I wanted to visit the ruins of Xerxes.
I heard there's next to nothing out there.
I wanted to see for myself.
Alchemy?
Yes, I believe it's what you here in this country call alchemy. It's mainly used in the medical professions.
Huh. Here, alchemy's use is mainly military. It's not hard to see why. Even now, we still have skirmishes at the borders of Arago to the south, Creta to the west. We have a tentative non-aggression pact with them, and Briggs Mountain stands between us.
Sounds like you
That
guys have got
mountain,
your
I think,
hands
is
full,
a
all right.
little line, but the teacher said that's where she trained as a
Current fear King
child.
Bradley first came into power.
Good to know. Good to
Say,
know.
I'm curious about alchemy.
So it's going to come
a
back
branch
into
of
play.
alchemy that's medically specialized?
I'm curious, too.
Are the two of you guys alchemists?
Oh yeah, we are, actually.
My name's Ling Yao. It's a pleasure.
So, Lei,
three-way
what else can you
shake.
tell us about alchemy? We'd sure love to learn more.
Nothing. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not actually an alchemistress. Well, see, I'm looking for something. It's possible you two have heard of it before. The
Here
Philosopher's
we
Stone.
go.
Do you know anything about it?
No, we can't help
Be
you.
lying to me now, would you?
The interest in the Philosopher's Stone.
Hey. I want to achieve immortality.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Out with it. What do you know?
I can't say that I care too much for your way of asking questions.
Guy's got some elite bodyguards.
You're gonna fight us too.
Hey, hold on!
So no, Al is not useful in combat. Like,
It'd be tough to beat.
Not in Shingy's
Even
fighting
so.
styles. at least.
They're still not as strong.
Ask teacher!
What's happening down there?
let's go. Panini
There you
time.
go. Hey, Pops, let's add some dessert to my tab.
Basically cut that with his hoodie string. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, and it's pretty sick.
Crap! You're persistent. Picking a fight like this just because I won't give you information? You and your boss with the freaky closed eyes.
Edward just gotta go like that to block this one.
Hey, I landed one! Ah! Ow, it hurt. As soon as I insulted Ling, this guy completely lost it.
Hey, long time no see, Panina!
What in the world are you doing here, Al?
Yeah, about that. Can I ask you a favor?
Key, yet I don't sense one coming from this suit of armor. What is it?
Well,
Come on, just watch the first 14 episodes. They say it every
Doesn't do
time.
you any good. How very foolish of you.
Hey, what's the matter? You're starting to slow down a little. Best his flunkies can manage, that bastard Ling must be pretty pathetic too.
this is tough.
This guy completely loses his cool.
To introduce like a
When that
new
happens,
player, like on the global scale,
it's become weak and useless.
Is that tough?
instead of like showing us what we wanted to see.
Girl?
You didn't want to
Whoa,
see a girl?
what?
A girl?
She has a cannon in her prosthetic. This country is a place to be reckoned with.
Bad considering it was my first time.
Alright, so we
We
can
did do it, yeah.
But without an array.
I overdid it. Master Ling will be furious.
You should be more careful about where you use that thing.
You removed your own arm?
I spent a fair amount of time hunting rabbits when I was a little kid.
Winry's not going to like this.
Okay, good work, guys.
Why, you? What are you so chipper about?
One
You
does
guys have
she
got
ever.
some pretty impressive skills. What do you say?
I've had enough of your idiotic chattering. Just go back to Shing.
Look, there they are.
You can't say that.
Look at the mess you've made. And your restaurant bill, too.
Hey, wait, just hold on a second. This guy and his little entourage should be paying for everything.
So sorry, I don't understand much language of these countries.
Hey, you get the hell back here!
Ran away!
The other one did too! How am I supposed to fix this place up with only one arm?
It's okay, brother. I'll take care of it.
You mean you can do alchemy without a transmutation circle now?
Yeah, I think it's because of the memories I recovered.
And that means...
Don't worry, you can leave this all to me.
We're back!
Hello, we meet again.
What's your sorry butt doing here?
We're all friends here, right?
That's how you treat your friends? By sicking your dogs on them? Those two didn't go easy!
Talking to later. The girl's name is Lan Fan. The old man is called Fu. Their family has served mine for generations.
So you shake down strangers for food, and yet you can somehow afford 2 personal attendants?
I'm the Emperor's son, after all.
Huh? That makes you... a prince!
Not the reaction I anticipated.
You collapsed on the road and then mooched food off of us as the son of an emperor!
That's pretty typical.
Yeah, that's always happening to
Not
emperors.
speak badly about Master Ling.
No, they're happy to not
No,
pay
you're
for stuff
probably right.
themselves.
It's not actually that big a deal. The Emperor has a lot of sons. Qing is broken up between 50 different clans. The daughter of each clan's chief becomes one of the Emperor's wives. The current Emperor has 19 daughters and 24 sons.
The issue of succession must be a tricky one.
Indeed it is. That's the problem we're facing right now. Each clan is doing everything they can to curry favor.
You want to up your chances by discovering the secret of immortality.
Exactly. What information can you offer?
Not happen.
Then I'll have to stay with you until you tell me.
No, you don't! Get off of me!
There was some kind of fight on Main Street, so it took a while to...
No, Winry, how naive are you? If there's a fight anywhere
You
where
know.
they are, you know.
What happened to your arm?
There's no need to bow to someone so far beneath you.
If all it takes is a little bowing, I'll consider it a small price to pay. We can't worry so much about appearances.
So, where are you headed to break your automail this time?
You just assume I'll break it.
Yes.
Thinking about doing some digging in Central.
I want to come too. Take me with you.
What do you want to go there
God,
for?
I
I'd love
got
to go
everything
see the
this
Hughes
time.
family again.
But don't you have a lot of work to do here?
It's
Wow.
okay if you want to go, Winry.
Who the fuck is this?
Thanks so much, Mr.
That's her boss or whatever.
Well, we've never met him,
Here we
right?
come.
Yeah, he's been in this episode so far, just not having any lines to him.
Exciting!
Because the guy... Yeah, okay.
The old
Not
guy who
train
she
her,
wanted to
yeah.
train with was like, I'll introduce you to someone in town.
So the little girl is coming with us after all, huh? You never have told me what your name is.
Ishvalan names are sacred. Ishvalan people take great pride in speaking their names aloud, as they are gifts from God.
Well then, sir, your name must be a special one indeed.
I have renounced my Ishvalan name. Keep moving.
He really set you up for that one.
I am walking down a path of no return. So I will leave behind me every gift I have received from God.
So metal.
Drewz Viewz. Alright, I think this is they switched to a different
Yep.
song at the end now.
He looks older and taller in some of these stills.
In the new end credit sequence. Do you think there's going to be some sort of... I said at the beginning of this, they do kind of... Even though it's all one series without broken down into seasons, like traditionally, there are kind of arcs that are a little bit like seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Possible there could be some time skip. Or maybe he did just get taller by There's been a couple of things where he's thought he could get taller some way or the other. Not by drinking milk, but...
If he removes his other leg...
Oh, yeah, he could just remove...
Taller auto male, yeah.
Longer. Good call.
It's Ghost in the Shell territory.
They already were alluding to, some other classic animes in this, so... Now that Al can do the hands, too, it seemed like Ed was maybe a little jealous, but then they're like, oh, that's my thing. He's bigger and has the skill now.
It's so over.
I don't think it's going to go too far, like they're not going to be against each other or anything, but it's a little something to note with the sibling rivalry. So Winry was back, typical stuff there.
She's coming home.
She has to fix them up.
Yep, she has to fix it twice.
She's trained up, and, we had double envoys from the East in this episode. It seemed like you were, like, saying, oh, I wanted them to keep... You didn't want them to add more characters, but, I don't know, I like it. I mean, I've seen the show, so both the characters they introduced from Xing, the country to the east, are two of my favorites.
Really?
Series,
okay.
But we'll get more from them. But it is not just a one country world. Obviously, Xing, this country that has like a desert in between where their country and Amestris, and the guy had to cross, and so did the girl, evidently. Unless she got here a different way, but I don't think so. And then they mentioned a couple other countries bordering as well, that there is ongoing skirmishes or some Cold War detente situations. So clearly, and I hadn't even said it, we mostly use alchemy for warfare. It seems like Xing uses it for, health healing purposes. Clearly there it's like an allusion to the real world, where Xing being like China kind of. And then I guess Amestris is supposed to be, it's Germanic, So, well, first we met Mei Chang and her little panda bear. They're with Scar and Yoki. And then we, of course, met Ling and
probably from a
two
different
bodyguards.
clan.
You think the girls from a different
I think they're probably from different clans, right?
Two different clans, yeah. Do you think so? He said he's the son of the Emperor, who apparently I would say this is a little bit of a Walder Frey or phrase from Song of Ice and Fire situation. One old guy has tons and tons of children. They have different factions among the children because of different families, etc. They're all trying to get the top spot. Ling is trying to use the Philosopher's Stone to gain immortality to, I don't know if his plan is to outlast all his siblings, or just live longer than them, or I don't know what, to get the role and keep it. And then Mei Cheng said did she say why she wants it? I mean, she didn't say you're positing she could also be from another clan that's an emperor.
She was talking about immortality. She wants the king to live forever. Easy. Or the emperor.
King to live forever. Okay. So, but one of them, she is an alchemist or an alchestress, I guess. She seemed to think alchemy and alchemy were two.
I was waiting for them to
similar but
explain
different
how they were different. Yeah.
Whereas we don't know that they are, but she seems to think they're somewhat different. But she can do it, where Ling can't do it. But he seemed to say like, oh, that's just what we call it in my country. Is that because he doesn't know as much because he's not one?
Could be.
Or it could go either way. We're not sure. But yeah, he has some badass bodyguards. A girl and her like grandpa. I think. They didn't say that specifically, but he said they're from the same family, so you could stand to reason.
It's like clearly, yeah, right? Because it could be her uncle.
Yeah, great uncle, something like that. He's older. It seems like they're 2 generations apart at least. They had some good moves, but ultimately the alchemists got them in the end with a little help from Panini herself. Panini, who's on the straight and narrow path, evidently. Not pickpocket.
I wanted more for her. I wanted more mischief for her.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. She might get up to more mischief. We did see she looked like she was on the bricklaying job or something, but maybe she's getting up to shenanigans or something on the side there. So they're going back, though. No talk of Hughes this time, but it seems like they will have to find out when they get back.
I bet they do.
So that would be sad for them.
Panda.
Now,
we forgot to mention the little panda. We got our...
Well, yeah, I did say her and her panda, but yeah, the panda,
this is what this show's been missing this whole time. It's the choo-choo energy.
Little choo-choo, and the panda got... Yoki is kind of a comedy relief character. Xiaomei, the panda, got him on the old finger there, for already off to some antics as well. overall, it's a pretty, I was laughing at this one. There's some good comedy. Of course, Barry the Chopper showed up as well. He's essentially a comedy character. Also, maybe a little convenient that he just happened to choose Riza Hawkeye to assault. Clearly failed miserably as what happened. And so now Armstrong, guys keep doing, I don't know why I keep doing this. I just got to call him Make It Be Fireman. Now Make It Be Fireman. He's leveled up on some intel here. He's caught up somewhat to what the Elrics were onto, and Armstrong were onto. Yeah, not a whole lot of screen time for him in the past couple ones, but he's getting there slowly but surely.
You asked if I thought that he was going to make it be fire in this episode, and then he didn't. And I actually think it's smart, right? To have like a mentor type character like him, hold them out so he can really mess up somebody's day when it matters.
Yeah, I don't want him to be blowing the wad every episode. It won't mean as much when he brings the fire out. And hopefully next time he needs to bring it out, it won't be like how it's been in LA here the past couple weeks, because it's been raining almost every damn day.
Same here.
It's not going to work. You too? Well, it's a bad day for rain. That's the theme of the show.
It's a bad
still
day.
is. But it was a good day to watch Envoy from the East. I had fun with this one. Anything else you want to mention before I wrap it up from this?
No.
Or that we neglected?
No, I think we got it. Lot of combat. Took a lot of minutes, and we got some new characters. Yeah.
New characters? I like them. I already just said that they're some of my favorites. Next time we have Footsteps of a Comrade in Arms. Any predictions on
Well, they're going to be investigating Hughes' death. Easy.
All right. That would make sense. Yeah, everyone's converging back on Central, so we'll see if we meet up there next time. And meet us back here next time on the channel for episode 16. But until then, we'll be up out of here. Peace.
Didn't he tell you to shove off, kid?